So many new makeup releases, so little time. I'm sharing what's new in my stash in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. But if it's your first time here and you enjoy beauty hauls, unboxings, live swatches, first impressions, and reviews, you've come to the right place to hit subscribe for new videos weekly. There have been so many new makeup releases and products that I have been eyeing for a while. I want to kind of do a shop my stash, what's new in my makeup collection. So if you're interested in seeing what's new, just keep on watching. Ulta, oh my gosh, has been killing it with their new releases. I have been really wanting to try more ColourPop palettes, and Solimar have made it to Ulta. I was like screaming when I saw them. They are so gorgeous, and I am living for Mar, especially because you have this diagonal row of colors and then the rest are neutral shades. I've been wanting to try to do like a neutral look with a pop of color on the lower lash. This blue will be perfect for that. Really excited for both the Mar, and we'll open up Sol. Sol is wonderful if you like your more pops of coral, warm tone, but still remaining a neutral look. I think both palettes you can get a lot of use out of, and for $12, you can't beat that. And ColourPop's eyeshadow palette formulas, really top notch. I definitely want to get more of their 9-pan palettes. I was this close to grabbing them on that Memorial Day sale when they had just launched Blue Moon. I've been wanting to maybe try green eyeshadow with the Just My Look palette. Let me know what palettes you have by ColourPop and should I pick them up. There's a lot of new eyeshadow, I will admit. The next palette is the Dubious Place Nubian 3 Coral palette, and this is what the inside looks like. Now I'm a little confused because I already discarded the plastic in the box, but the shade names are not on this palette, at least in my Afro-Cake palette, because that's the one I use the most. The shade names are underneath the shades, so it kind of threw me by surprise that the Nubian 3 did not have them. It's a very pretty palette. I'm a huge fan of the Dubious Place formula. The color story is interesting because you have like the top row of cool, but then you also have just some neutral, and then you got some warm shades. So I'm just like, this is gonna be really tricky to create a look, at least for me. Like I'm thinking of like a smoky eye, but then you cut the crease and you put this shade in right there. So I'm gonna definitely put it in my queue to play around with. Next up, we have the Revolution collab with Pride, Proud of My Life palette, and this is what the inside looks like. I have been really enjoying Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palettes. For me, I've noticed that they've been hit or miss. Sometimes it's just the shades just need to be built up, but there are also some shades that don't have the pigment payoff. But I thought this palette was really pretty. It's not as bright as I thought it would be for a Pride palette. They had some shades that were really calling my name. I'm a sucker for teal and hot pink. I think this could get a lot of use out of. This corner right here looks a little dull, and when I think of Pride, I think of just bam, just neon bright rainbow. So I'm a little surprised there's no like greens, yellows, or oranges. That's just me. I'm definitely interested in giving it a whirl. I've been really enjoying seeing a lot of makeup companies coming out with Pride releases. I have purchased this. I purchased the Morphe 25L palette, and I also purchased a Gerard Cosmetics Pride mystery box. So I've definitely been enjoying supporting Pride. We have the new Morphe 35H palette, which is exclusively at Ulta. Kind of an impulse buy. Like Dubious Place, I have so many Morphe palettes. I just feel like you can get a lot of use out of it. The pan sizes are huge, and you get 35 shades for $24. To me, that's a really good deal. You got like your warmer shades over here, but you have like your more pops of color on this side. They can definitely have some good crossover. You can definitely get a smoky eye and some neutral looks. So I thought this palette was very versatile. I'm excited to dive into this palette. I think there's so many looks in here that can be created. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see a swatch video and a first impressions tutorial look on this, because I can definitely do that. Again, we have a teal and a hot pink that were calling my name. I'm just a sucker for eyeshadow. I love it. So that's it for eyeshadow. I also have some of the ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks. This is the shade Tasty. These were on the gondola at my Ulta where Solimar were displayed. That shade is gorgeous. Definitely would be a pretty blush. I know for me, I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. I can also use this in a first impressions using the Soul or Morphe palettes. And then this is Parasol. Beautiful highlighting shade. I love ColourPop's highlighters and their blushes. I'm a sucker for ColourPop. I love the quality and the price point. You can't beat it. ColourPop has so many products. I think that they could definitely expand in Ulta. And then we have a Flexitarian. This looks like it's going to be a nice beaming highlight. Much excited for these. I have not seen these online yet unless they have just been released since I've uploaded this video. Also, Morphe released some eyeliners. I believe this is their felt tip liner. I also wanted to get the retractable smudge stick, but I didn't see it in my store or online. I'm so excited. Yes, very fine tip we got going on. I really hope that this is very matte black and that the pigment is there and that it doesn't adhere to my eyeshadows when I apply. That to me is very annoying. Definitely excited to give that eyeliner a shot. This product right here is probably the one I'm most excited for, and it is the Dubious foundation. Now, I am so pumped. I was a little sad that the concealers and their new setting powders were not at Ulta. I don't know if they will be available at Ulta. Right now we have the foundation. I'm so glad that my local Ulta had it in stock because the shade I was looking at online was way off. This is the shade 530, which is Ibiza, and holding it backwards. When I put the tester on my hand in Ulta, oh my gosh, the coverage was insane. I'm a little nervous because I'm dry, but I have no pore bloom and I have my Pixie hydrating mist to go in as a good base primer before going in with foundation. So I was a little worried just upon the hand, and I was also nervous about Tarte's new foundation, the face tape, where it was very runny when I put it on my hand, and that's like my new go-to. So I have high hopes. I think I'm gonna do a wear test with this foundation to kind of see how well it stays intact because this is matte. It felt like it was going nowhere. Like when I was removing the foundation off my hand in stores, I felt like there was still some in there because of just how much, like a little goes a long way. I just felt like my hand had some pretty good full coverage for the day. Next I have the Cover FX Pressed Mineral Foundation. This went on sale during a Ulta Platinum Perk Day, and I am really sad that Laura Geller is not going to be carried anymore in Ulta. In my Ulta, it said 75% off, and I'm like, I need a new pressed powder backup, so I picked up the Cover FX. I'm actually wearing it right now. I went in with my Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, and then I went over with this Cover FX powder, and I really liked it. So far so good. It was a really good shade match. I didn't notice it being cakey at all. I don't see my pores or my fine lines. And this is only day one, but like from like a first impressions and having makeup on right now, I don't see any issues of concerns. Really happy that I picked that up when it was half off, I believe. I also have some more Makeup Revolution products. It's a fairly new brand to me. I see it in Ulta all the time. Picked up the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. Now I normally use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer or Shape Tape to cut the crease, but I wanted to see how different the formula was compared to the concealers. Does this work better? I don't know. I just wanted to give this a shot, how this rivaled concealer. I've been really enjoying like a tackier base with my eyelids, kind of like how I achieved this look today. Maybe when I test out some of these palettes, I'll use this as a base just to get a first impression and kind of like a wear test, like will my shadows stay on throughout the day. Also by Makeup Revolution, I got the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. This big bottle was like about $10, I think. Really excited. I haven't tried any of their face products before. I've only used their eyeshadows. Also got the Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define. I'm hoping that the coverage is good and it doesn't dry out my under eyes, because when my under eyes are dry and the concealer is dry, it tends to cake up, break up. It'd be looking real messy under my under eyes. Excited to give those a try. I've been really living for a more full coverage foundation, which to me just tickles me because when I first got into makeup, I was all about the sheer, the tinted moisturizer, and now I'm like full coverage, but without looking cakey or crusty. I said that the other day in Ulta. Ooh, that foundation will make you crusty. the Ulta employee just looked at me. But you know what I mean? By getting crusty, like right around here, likes to get crusty. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And then lastly, my makeup revolution, I picked up the Sport Fix Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray. I thought this was quite interesting because it said sport, and I'm like, ooh, this probably keeps things in place because when you're playing a sport, you're gonna get real sweaty real quick. I have high expectations then. My makeup better not budge at all. Maybe I'll do a wear test with these two together. I think that might be a good dynamic duo. And then I do have a couple of products from Sephora as well. So to kick things off, I have some of the Becca lipsticks. I got the shade Brave. What a beautiful red that is. And I really like this formula. I got one in my BOXYCHARM back in March, and I got the shade Cupid's Kiss in BOXYCHARM, and I had to buy a backup because I have been living for this shade. It's a really good nude for me. The formula is creamy. It's a more satin finish than the matte, but I like that because of my dry lips. Bullet formulas are sometimes the way to go. I know some people don't like it because it transfers quite quickly. You have to reapply more, but if I'm on the go, it doesn't really matter to me. But if I want to eat, I'm gonna go for a liquid lipstick. And then I bought a Buxom gloss. Buxom collabed with the Boy Babes, and my favorite beauty YouTuber is Cole's World. I think he's just adorable. I enjoy his videos. When my mental health gets low, I usually turn to Cole's World to just put his videos on and just listen to it. I find his voice really calming to me. His videos have really helped me, so I just had to return the support and the love that his videos make me feel. I also think I'm gonna go back and purchase Zachary Vangs. I love Zachary as well. He's very super talented, just like Cole. Him and Cole are best friends. Really awesome to see them always supporting each other on their Instagram, and I thought that was really awesome. Buxom collab with some male influencers for Pride Month. Really excited to finally use the Cole's World gloss. I don't always save packaging, but I saved his packaging behind me, and this is what it looks like. I also purchased the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I low-key wanted this in the, what was it, May BOXYCHARM. I've been trying to find some more Milk products that I like. I really like their lipsticks. I wanted to see how the Blur Stick worked out for me. I did not like the hydrating stick. I did not find it hydrating at all. Hoping that this like blurs your pores and your fine lines. Used it before. Let me know how your experience was. What else are some of your favorite Milk products? I've heard really good things about the Kush mascara, so I might try that next. I don't know. Milk is hit or miss for me. I am definitely open to trying it. And then the last product from what's new in my stash is the Concha Satin Skin Mist. This was definitely more of an impulse buy. I bought it when I was having an oil attack on my face, so I was hoping that this would calm it down before applying foundation. When I was having my oil breakout, I did not want to put any face makeup on because I was constantly blotting. I wasn't sweating, but I felt like I was secreting oil as fast as if I were sweating. It was a mess. I just want to give this a shot to see on my oilier days. I've heard mixed reviews about this, but I really love Tatcha. All of their products have worked out for me so far. Lots of new products in my stash. I don't even know where to begin. I'm just excited to finally be able to break out and use some of these products because they have been here for a while, and I'm just like, I need to do a haul video so I can finally add them into my collection. I'm excited to finally test them out to share my first impressions and if I would recommend it with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in the next video.